I welcome you to the another interesting class of Professor Bhupesh Daryani. That's me. As you know that we were solving the questions of chapter number 1, and that's our question number 6 which we are going to solve up today. If you have came so far, it means that already you are learning great, and I'm already going to wish you great ahead that we are going to learn together and we are going to solve all the complex problems together. Now let's begin our lecture. In this question they are asking you, let's first read it up, that calculate the concentration of nitric acid in moles per liter. Okay, so here is a thing in which our question is going to get started. Okay, they are asking you to calculate the concentration of nitric acid in moles per liter. Most of the students are itself going to get confused in the first line that what is the thing that we need to calculate it. So just look at the terms over here, moles per liter. It is saying per liter. It definitely means that in the denominator volume is there and in the numerator number of moles is there. And if we are going to recall, then in the numerator the number of moles and in the denominator volume is the formula for molarity. Okay, so indirectly they are asking you to calculate down the molarity of nitric acid. So half of the question is itself going to get cleared if you are just going to understand this thing. Apart from that, the data which they have given in the question is density. Now let's reread the question. Calculate the concentration of nitric acid in moles per liter in a sample. Okay, they are giving you the density of a complete sample. So just imagine, students, that you are having a beaker in which you are having a sample. Okay, now that sample is having a density which is 1.41 gram per milliliter. Okay, they have given you the density of the whole sample. Okay, just remember this thing, they haven't have given you the density of nitric acid, they have given you the density of whole sample. Okay, after that they are telling you that the mass percentage of nitric acid is 69 percentage. It means that just imagine when the time the sample was prepared. Okay, the amount of nitric acid was 69 percentage and remaining was the amount of solvent over here, which was definitely water, which was a universal solvent. Okay, so here is the amount of solvent and here is the amount of solute. Now if we are just going to assume that the total mass of this whole sample is 100 grams, then definitely the mass of solute, which is nitric acid, it is going to be 69 grams, and the mass of solvent, which is water, it is going to be 31 grams. It means that they have given you in the question the data which is given mass of nitric acid, which is 69 grams. Now let's write all the things, all the data which they have given you in the question. Okay, the given mass of nitric acid, first of all, the chemical formula of nitric acid is HNO3. Okay, the given mass which they have indirectly given in the question, which we have just decoded down over there, was 69 grams. Okay, apart from the fact, students, they have given you density of the whole solution. Okay, not only HNO3, about the whole solution, the density which they have given you is 1.41. Okay, let me write the data over here, and we have to calculate molarity of nitric acid. Okay, now students, let's recall the formula of molarity and step by step we are going to solve up this question. Molarity is having a formula that in the numerator we have to find number of moles of solute, which is nitric acid. Number of moles is the thing which is not given over here. Okay, in the denominator we have to put the value of volume of solution in liter. Students, do remember this thing that most of the students do a mistake over here. They just write the volume in the denominator, but you have to mug up the formula just like that. The volume should be always in liter. Okay, so these are the two parameters which we have to find that out. Okay, which are not given in the question. For calculating up the number of moles, the numerator thing, what we have to do, we have to write the formula of number of moles. Number of moles, for that calculation the formula was given mass divided by molar mass. Now in the question itself, if you do remember, given mass was the data which we have calculated, which was given in the question as 69%, but indirectly we have calculated the given mass. So the numerator part is quite clear over here that the given mass is 69 grams. About the molar mass of HNO3, so let's recall the chemical formula of nitric acid, which is HNO3. Let's calculate it down the molecular mass first, then we are going to calculate the molecular mass into molar mass by the trick which I told you earlier in the previous question. Okay, for calculating the molecular mass, if we are going to notice very clearly that what are the atoms over here which are involved in HNO3 are 1 atom of hydrogen, 1 atom of nitrogen, and 3 atoms of oxygen itself. Okay, for hydrogen we know that it is having an atomic mass of 1 unit. For nitrogen it is having the atomic mass of 14 units. For each oxygen atom they are having atomic mass of 16 units each. Okay, if we are just going to solve this out, then we are going to get our magnitude as 63 units is the molecular mass of nitric acid. Now to convert it down into molar mass, if you do remember our trick, let me tell you again that what was the trick. We have to copy down the magnitude, which is going to remain 63 only, but we are going to change the unit U from G per mole. So that's the molar mass of nitric acid. Let me put that data in the denominator, 69 divided by 63. If we are going to solve that up, we are going to get our answer as 1.095 moles. So students, half of our question is clear. If you do remember, we were calculating molarity. Okay, for the calculation of molarity we needed the number of moles of solute that we have calculated. Now what do we need? We need the denominator thing. It means we have to calculate the volume. For the calculation of volume, okay, we have to just recall the formula of density that we have learned in chemistry as well as in physics, that density is having a formula of mass per unit volume. If you do remember students, in the question itself density is given. What was the density? Let's see in the question. The density was 1.41 gram per milliliter. Let me write the density over here. Okay, it was 1.41. Okay, now students, about the thing of mass. If you do remember, by the time of calculation of given mass of nitric acid, what I told you to assume that the total mass of the sample should be 100 grams. So we have to keep the total mass over here, which is 100 grams itself. And now let's calculate the volume by cross multiplying our data. 100 divided by 1.41, it is going to give us the answer as 70.92 milliliter. Now if we are going to simply convert milliliter into liter, we have to multiply that by 10 to the power minus 3. Let's do it. 70.92 into 10 to the power minus 3 liter is the volume. So students, we have got the denominator part as well as we have calculated the numerator part, which is the number of mole. Now it's time for the final thing. We are going to calculate molarity over here. Let me again recall the formula for molarity. Number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liters always. If you are going to recall that we have calculated the number of moles and number of volume, what were the magnitudes? The number of moles was 1.095 that we have calculated earlier, and the volume which we have just calculated over here is 70.92. Let me put the data for volume in the denominator, 70.92 into 10 to the power minus 3. Upon solving it up, students, we are going to get our answer as 15.44 moles per liter. This is the molar aqueous solution, you can say, or you can say the molar aqueous concentration, or in simple words we can say the molarity calculation for this question. So students, we have made this question very easy by just cutting it down into simple parts. So if you have understood the concept, then please do like the video and please share this with your friends so that they also can score well in your examination and you all are going to get the same college, just because without friends the college life won't be that good. Okay, we need our gang everywhere. And please do subscribe my channel and do follow it, and please do recommend it to your friends also. I'm going to see you all in another interesting video. Till then, goodbye from me and good luck for your upcoming examination, students. And your professor Bhupesh Daryani is always there for you. Goodbye, students.